Welcome back to Running Right. It's Saturday morning. It's after a busy week, and we have been pounding it out here. We got the Mustang up there. Eric got the trans out of that. We ordered some parts for that thing to hopefully get it back together on Monday. Between the Trans Am and the back, I had to swap the torque converter out yesterday morning because we had pretty much, a race converter in it. It was a small 9-inch converter that stalled to about 4,200. So for this street car, wasn't really what we wanted. We got with 501. They always take care of us. So we got a better converter from them that was in the mid 2000 range, which really helped the streetability on this thing. It didn't slip as much, take it off from a light or anything like that. So test drove that yesterday and runs great, sounds great, and it's ready for the next round of mods. So that thing is moving, hopefully going home for a little bit soon. And then also got Ash's LS Swap Beamer running and driving, but unfortunately there are some deficiencies with the hot side that we have to address before it can go in the dyno. The downpipe flange to the turbo is pretty mismatched, and we just have a massive leak before the O2 sensor, so that's not something we can even really put on the dyno because it's going to throw off all our readings and be a waste to even mess with it at that point. So we have to refab that downpipe, fix that before it can go on the dyno. But aside from that, everything on it is pretty good. Anyway, that thing's moving. Fought a little bit with the fuel system. It has what's called a saddle gas tank setup because it goes over the drive shaft loop, like a saddle on a horse would go over its back. So basically there's a pump in the passenger side, which is where your fill tube goes, and that fills up first. After a certain level, it has to be pumped over to the driver's side tank, which then pumps that to a surge tank we have in the trunk. So our buddy Ash built that fuel system originally, and for whatever reason, he wired the internal pump for the driver's side. That's with a radium surge tank. He wired it backwards, so there was that, and then the pump in the passenger side was dead, so I had to retrofit a Walbro into that. But we got it done. It's running. But anyway, it's Saturday, so right now I'm going to start putting the Motion Raceworks parachute mount on the back of this thing. Now, Travis has been busting out the cage work with me on it, and we have it about done. So as you can see, we got the Rock Solid Motorsports cage kit in there, and it fits really well. It's a nice, tight, fit-up cage, and Travis has been killing it on the TIG welding. He's a pipe fitter, so you can get in those spaces that I wouldn't want to be in, but thanks, Trav. Anyway, today we have to get the D-bars down to the subframe connectors welded in. We have to get the shoulder bar in, the X-brace for the rear C-bars, and then our door bars. And after that, the cage is done. We just have to paint it, mount a window net, the parachute release handle, stuff like that. So getting this cage done and finalized is a huge step, only the beginning of February, so we're moving along really well. I'm going to start by pulling off this rear bumper cover and fitting up this Motion parachute mount. Smack my hatch up there. Nice. pull this bumper off, you have 3 studs in the back on each side. So if your interior is still in, you'll have to pull your side pieces out. Ooh, that's bright. So 3 studs there on each side. Then you'll have to pull your taillights out, which are 5 studs on each side with these plastic nuts. So pull those out, and then you get to 3 clips on each side. And that's all you have to get up top. Pretty close to coming out. There are 2 bolts on the bottom right here. So pull those out and this whole thing will come off. Alright, now that all the clips are out, we should be able to just pull this cover right off. We'll be able to access the rear bumper support. You'll have to lift up a little bit to get it over the plastic on the inside and get those studs off, but there we go. Ugh. We'll be getting rid of that big bumper support. It's also pretty cool. The inside of the bumper has a OG Norwood sticker from the Norwood GM plant, and then the bottom actually has the 3rd shift, month, October, day. If you can see, it has a 2 there and a 0, and then year 1984. So this was a late 1984 and early 85 car, you know. So now we got to deal with pulling this rear bumper support off. It has 8, if I'm not mistaken, nuts that you'll be able to get to from the bottom side. Ooh, back on my back. Yep, oof, those rough. These are rough looking. Hopefully I can just buzz these off with my electric ratchet. Let's see what we got. Get you under here with me. Check it out. There you go. You can see that. I'm gonna guess it's 13. Yep, it is a 13. Milwaukee long neck putting in that work. There we go, number 2. There we go. Let's get the other side off and we'll get back to the install portion. Okay, so here's the Motion Raceworks parachute mount for the 3rd gen Camaros as it comes in the, well, out of the package obviously, but you have your main mount that just bolts to the old bumper support. You got a nice vacuum sealed pack of hardware, and then you actually have the parachute mount right here. This is the extended length for a drag style wing on the back. You can get them for pretty much a stock spoiler and whatever else you want. So I got the extended wing. I plan to build a carbon drag wing on the back of this at some point, but just so I was ready for that. So I like these strengthening plates that Motion puts in the kit to put on the other side of the sheet metal, but I don't like that the bolt is free. Obviously, it'd be more labor to, you know, weld these on or just tack them on, so you have, you know, wouldn't have to use a wrench on the backside or something weird like that. But I'm gonna have Travis tack these pieces on so that they can just be studs coming through the car, and I won't have to worry about anything. I can just use a wrench or an impact on this side. So in case I ever have to take this off, do anything, service, whatever, it'd be a lot easier and less time consuming. What's up? Oh, damn. It's a good breeze right there. So Travis just left and we finished up welding in the cage for the most part, aside from the door bars. Before he left, he got these doubler plates welded to, or the bolts welded to these doubler plates so that I can just slide this through and not have to worry about putting a wrench on the backside to tighten these up, which is a pain in the ass. So yeah, stay in there. So small things like that make jobs way easier. Now, I'm not sure why Motion Raceworks didn't end up doing that. I don't know if it was just a cost of the process type thing or what, but you know, it took a couple minutes and it was well worth it for ease of installation. There's that one. Probably gonna push all of those out. No, I actually didn't. Imagine that. Come on. Yep, there you go. That's what I wanted. Cool. Oh, that's so much easier than dealing with a loose bolt in the back. Let me get the rest of the nuts and the washers and we'll get this fully bolted on here. Thing looks pretty sweet on there. Too bad it's gonna be completely covered up by the bumper, but that's whatever. There you go. So I do like the paint marker just as a visual representation to see things. I like to go against the nut to the piece and then that same line, carry it on the threads, just so you can see if anything's loosened up or moved, because nut and bolt checks on race cars are very important. So it'll be easy to see those without the bumper support or anything behind this bumper cover. There's a lot of room. Next is going to probably be the hardest part of this install, getting this hole cut perfectly in the bumper cover for the parachute to come through. I'm hoping this is well within the confines of the bumper, so I can kind of just shoot a line to the inside once I mount this up, and then just use a paint marker to draw a circle around there and then cut it out from the inside so that this thing can slide in and there's not a huge gap that's like an oval or something weird. Take a look at that piece on there. It looks really good. It fits super nicely. It fits right above that hump. There's a good amount of clearance. You can get all of the nuts easily, so very happy with that. Whew. A lot of rubber and sand in this thing. Oh yeah. I think we'll be okay on getting this fit up. To get all my little fucking light fixtures out of the way. Ugh. Let's see. Huh? Maybe. Oh yeah. Okay. Damn. Thing's stout. Nice. Okay. Well, let me take a look at how much room I have behind here. If it's like almost flush. Oh wow. It pretty much is. It's hard to see, but let me frickin' try this. Okay, you can see a decent little mark there that I made. And kind of just going to be a guess at this point. Let's find a hole saw and get that thing cut out. Just gonna go for it, I guess. Yep, went for it. Oh, my Camaro badge. My precious. Put this on my desk or something. Damn it, it's stuck in the hole saw. Sprayed some citrus cleaner on the inside of the bumper. Gave it a little wash with the pressure washer. Got a lot of tired rubber and other junk out of it so that I don't have to really worry about it again. So now that that's clean, I'm going to grease up the inside of this parachute mount because it was tough to get off when I first got this and tried assembling it. So, and let's see how we did on this hole. So it's a little tough getting this back on, getting these lights out of the way. So. There you go. Okay. Do that. Get this. Get your studs lined up on the side of the bumper cover. That side's good. That side's in. Okay. There we go. In there, top is on. The push clip pieces are lined up. My light fixtures are out. And it didn't do too bad. She's pretty much lined up. So it's centered perfectly. It's just a little bit, it's hard to see. This piece just has to come down a little bit, but I think it'll fit in there. Sheesh. It's a tight fit. Ah, there we go. Oh, yeah. There it is. Parachute mount is all set up in there. So, got the first try on that hole. That worked out, so thankfully getting that hole cut wasn't a huge pain in the butt, and it looks somewhat decent, so it's pretty sick. I've always wanted a parachute on the car, and now it's going to be fast enough for it to be warranted. Yeah, so I'll make another video showing the whole parachute setup and how I have it